What is up, beautiful people? I have to go visit a family member in the hospital. That's why I wasn't covering AIP Con with Amit the entire time. But I do want to give you guys a quick recap about what happened. I think this AIP Con was absolutely smack. Like, it was absolutely amazing. And I'm not even like trying to apologize. Sorry, not sorry, for loving it. In a matter of a month, they went from FoundryCon to AIP Con. A lot of people are like, oh, this is going to be a nothing burger. They're not really going to be able to do anything. They don't have time to prepare, blah, 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 yada, yada. This absolutely hit it out of the park. If you watch this artificial intelligence platform con and you did not absolutely get floored, you were not watching the same thing. I don't know if you guys understood what was happening or not. You had several presentations. For all the people that did not watch this, you had several presentations from huge companies. And the generative intelligence, the artificial generative intelligence of the large language models, the AGIs of the LLMs, right? Now I sound fancy, was absolutely, truly remarkable. You had JD Power and Associates, which is to deal with automotives. And they're literally building a chat GBT for themselves internally that they're going to then have on their website for customers to use. Where instead of calling a sales rep or instead of, doing hours and hours of research, you literally type in, hey, I want a hybrid. Then you're going to say, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want to spend a lot of money. I want it to have this and this feature. And then it's going to start giving you suggestions preemptively. Amazing. Jacobs Engineering, one of the largest engineering firms in the world, literally did a demo about a water treatment plant, and this woman gave an example of, listen, I set this up, and let's say the weather forecast says that there's going to be a storm. AIP is going to do a lot of things interactively, but then when there's going to be a problem of overflowing, let's say, for example, it's going to say, listen, you have two choices. You could either allow this to overflow our existing plant, or you can make a detour to a different plant, but it's going to cost more money. It's not as efficient. What would you like to do? So then it gives you recommendations. It works for you. But then if there's a problem or something that it recognizes that might be an issue because of the parameters you put in, it asks you a question. And then the woman for the Jacobs showing literally set up a 30-year in advance model, right? What would happen in 30 years? And she set it up in like 10 minutes in the presentation. Just listen to what I said. It's absolutely amazing what this thing could do. Absolutely freaking amazing. For healthcare, forget about it. Straight up, forget about it. I think they did a presentation. It was very preemptive, right? And it was very calculated, like snipers. They made sure they're doing certain presentations. So the healthcare presentation was beautiful because they're like, look, you want to know how you save time? And they gave one quick example. They said, when a patient leaves a hospital bed, a hospital room, and I'm about to sweat right now, no AC, so you guys don't hear it in the background. When a patient is about to leave a hospital room, they can leave at 12 in the afternoon, 2, 6, 9, 10, and they're like, all leavings is not exactly the same. If we can preemptively know or predict when a patient, due to their illness, due to their treatment, so on and so forth, is going to leave, we can then utilize the room as best as possible. Because if we know one room is going to be, free at 12 o'clock and another room is going to be free at 6 o'clock and another one at 9 o'clock, we can plan accordingly, especially based on the treatment that we need to give to certain patients, and allocate rooms and wings in different hospitals, so on and so forth. This was from the Cleveland Clinic. Truly remarkable stuff. Every single presenter was amazing. And the best thing is, at the end of the presentation, the person from Palantir that is in charge of FoundryCon and now AIP Con literally said this used to take so much work with PowerPoints and presentations and putting in data and a lot of errors. She's like, I literally used AIP for everything. And she's like, it made my life so much easier because if I have to change one little thing, I just tell AIP assistant, hey, can you help me? And AIP assistant fixes that. And if you're part of this model and you were one of the guests that was attending, you literally get a text message, hey, this changed, that changed, so on and so forth. So look, check this out. I was watching Sasha Yashin, and he was talking about the AI revolution, how's it growing, and he says, look, there's only like a certain amount of companies, maybe 10 companies that could spend a lot of money on NVIDIA's chips. Is it really going to drive this AI revolution for NVIDIA? And I don't disagree. But that's those companies that are going to make internal chat GPTs for themselves, right? For themselves, chat GPT. What about all the other companies that are worth $100 billion, $50 billion, $20 billion, right? Huge companies, but not the biggest companies, right? Not those top 10, 20, 30 companies. Well, they can now come to Palantir, and Palantir can build it for you. If the average contract of Palantir is $1 million, and you need to have Foundry in order to build on top of that the AIP, let's say the average is going to be $2 million. For example, I'm just giving you an example, right? Well, $2 million does not cost that much on average to start and have yourself one of these models. Remember, we're talking about billion-dollar companies, not like a company that's worth $10 million. And there's going to be a need for this. If you're not using a large language model, you're going to be behind. Okay? This is literally going to be the difference between a horse and carriage and a automobile vehicle. It's absolutely insane, the revolution that we're about to have for Palantir. Not just for artificial intelligence, for Palantir. And Karp said something that was beautiful. He says that the inbound demand and interest that we had in the last week is equivalent to the inbound interest we've had for the last year in the course of a week. He was doing an interview with Bloomberg. I have that up on my channel. I just posted it earlier. And in that Bloomberg interview, he quoted, or was it Bloomberg or also part of this one? I think from the Bloomberg, he quoted, we have more demand, in the Bloomberg, we have more demand per month right now than we have for an entire year. The craziest thing is, everybody that set up these models for you, these demonstrations, were actual models in artificial intelligence. Actual, not in theory. You see, when C3 AI was in earnings, all you hear is AI, blah, 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 blah. But nobody is actually showing you an example of this actually being worked. Not in theory, this could work. We will make something like Databricks. Oh, we have demand from clients. Well, Palantir didn't just say we have demand from clients. Palantir said we not only have demand for clients, we already set it up with clients, existing clients, and we set them up in a matter of a few weeks. And everybody was really worried. Can these clients actually show something in AIP Con? Is it going to be worth it, or is this going to be a nothing burger? And I think it was far from a nothing burger. I think this was an all-you-can-eat buffet. I am obviously super happy, excited, and now it literally is Palantir's game to lose. The question is the demand there for this product? Because this product is absolutely bananas. I don't understand, if you're a business, how you cannot use Palantir Foundry and AIP after watching this demo, because this is literally going to make you so lean. A lot of people are going to lose jobs. This thing is truly, truly remarkable. And one of the best things is you can track all of the data that's coming in, where it came from, how it was interacting. And the even better thing is, all of this can be put into a digital twin. And when this is all put into a digital twin, the digital twin lets you tweak anything that you're asking. Shyam Sankar did a quick demo of AIP. Literally, he put in an email. The AIP assistant read through the email, broke everything down. He asked it to do something. Then he put it into the digital twin. He says, well, I think it was for supply chains, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sweating balls over here. And then he says, well, if there's a hurricane or natural disaster, what would happen? And AIP is literally saying, well, if this happened, then this would happen on the supply chain. And then it's giving you, well, how can we fix it if this happens? It's unbelievable. You guys should absolutely watch this. I think they knocked it out of the park. So many examples. Not one, not two, not three. So many examples. I think they had like half a dozen examples of AIP being used today by clients. And the greatest thing on top of everything that's also so amazing already is everybody had Palantir at the highest regards. Everybody held Palantir like on a pedestal, saying Palantir goes the extra mile. They don't take, the shortcuts. They make sure that we're, we don't have adequacy, that we have above and beyond customer service. And what else can you ask for? I am more bullish about Palantir today at today's price than I have ever been before. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much and have a great day.